Good morning and welcome to day 3 at METALCON. You are on the Coffee Conversations live sound stage sponsored by New Tech Equipment, or Machinery, New Tech Machinery. My name is Heidi Ellsworth and I'm here with John Olson from Malco. Oh, what a great week we've had, John.
Yeah, thanks for that intro, Heidi. It's been phenomenal. We've been here in the training zone, just training a variety of different customers on what they can do with Malco tools.
Yeah.
We've really elevated what we're doing this year with training. We typically have participated in Skills USA, but we're also working with Building Talent Foundation throughout the year to grow contact with these trade schools and get into the classroom and teach these kids what the tools are.
Yeah.
And then working with John Sheridan here in the training center has been great because we've been able to really increase the size of the format. We're demonstrating tools.
Yeah.
We've got our progressive profiling tools that we're showcasing how you can roll form the male and female leg of a standing seam panel in the field with one easy step.
Wow. Wow. And the training zone has definitely been a highlight of this show. There's no question. It's been so busy. You know what? Before we go too much further, let's have you introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about Malco.
Yeah. So my name is John Olson. I'm the Learning and Product Training Manager at Malco Tools. I have been with the company for 7 years and we have been growing. It's been great. We work on engineering solutions for the skilled trades, specifically roofing, siding, and gutter, HVAC. These are our core customers, and we really strive since 1950 to engineer solutions for these trades.
Yeah, and what such a strong brand, such a great company, great tools. Let's just kind of revisit a little bit the training center. The whole idea of that is, so if you were here, and if you are here, you need to go by the training center today, but if you were here, you'd be walking in and you'd be seeing all of these decks with metal roofing going up, and this awesome table of tools. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're showing over there?
Yeah, so we're showing a full breadth of our metal roofing specialty tools. We've got our seamer, our cutter, our profiling tools, our metal benders by Malco, as well as our disc, and then a variety of snips so that people can try our snips.
Yeah.
Snips are a very personal decision for a trade professional. You've got to select a snip that feels good in your hand and is easy to work with throughout your day. We have our long cut snips, which people can come and try out, as well as our typical AVs and Max 2000 line.
And Sheridan Training, who's in there, Sheridan Consulting, we'll just say John, and his team, they're using your tools in the demos also.
They are. They're showcasing how much easier it is to work with some of these power-assisted tools like our seamer. When you go to seam a roof, yes, we have a hand seamer, so you can prep or fully seam smaller panels, but we have our power-assisted seamer, which goes approximately 97 feet per minute.
Wow.
We're talking a fast tool that's very light. You're talking about a 13-pound tool that replaces what many people in the industry are seeing as a 50-plus pound tool.
Wow. Okay.
Way easier to carry on the roof deck, a lot cheaper without having a quality impact. We're talking around a $2,500 tool. That's replacing for many people a $15,000 tool.
Now, that's what people are looking for.
Yeah.
Higher productivity, better productivity, and also better value.
Well, and a tool that really pairs well with that, especially if they're doing a lot of demo, let's say with the hurricanes that we've been having.
Yes.
We have a metal cutter, so a seam cutter that actually will cut the seam right off the roof deck.
Wow.
Whether you're working with snap lock or mechanically seamed panels, that will quickly and easily cut the panel off the roof deck and allow you to get to the actual bare deck.
And you're right, with everything that's going on with the hurricanes and across the board, there's a lot of demo going on. I mean, we've been hearing this a lot through Tampa, through all of Florida.
Yeah, and it's obviously a time where we want to lean in and support these regions. They've been in a really tough position, and hopefully some of these tools can help them work smarter and harder in the safest way possible so that they can get these customers back to where they need to be.
Yeah, wow, that's so true. I just keep thinking about it. I've talked to so many people this week from Florida, and so it's been really tough there. Let's talk a little bit about some of your 7-in-1. right?
Yeah, so the 7-in-1 is a really neat tool. So to give you guys a little bit of background, Malco Engineer Solutions, as we've said, we also like to listen to the industry and what they're saying that they need. So with the 7-in-1, which is 6 socket sizes as well as a screwdriver tip all in one, we actually had some feedback from the field saying, hey, your C-Rex, which is available in quarter and 5/16 sizes, is really awesome, but I also need a screwdriver tip. And so we listened to those customers. We've developed a way to integrate both the hex drivers as well as a screwdriver tip all into one tool. And so now if they're going in for a service call, they're doing some demo, maybe they're a roofer, but some accessory items are mounted to the roof that they have to remove.
Yeah.
They have 6 socket sizes all in one, as well as a screwdriver tip, so they're not fumbling through their tool pouch. They're just getting to work.
Yeah. That's great. I mean, when you're looking at the labor shortage and everything that's happening out there, these kind of solutions, these kind of tools make a difference in productivity and really how fast people can work on the job.
Yeah, for sure. And we want to keep quality in the forefront with these solutions too.
Yeah.
The beauty of the particular tool we're talking about is the retention of the sockets is actually really high. You're not going to lose sockets as easily as some of the other offerings on the market. So those sockets are going to stay put on the shaft, and then because the sockets are removable, you can clean the magnet and you're able to easily keep those screws spinning true.
Wow.
Whenever you're working with a driver, you want the flange of the screw to bottom out on the flange of the socket rather than on the magnet, and these tools allow you to do that.
That's excellent. So one of the things I want to talk about, you started talking about this at the beginning, because we have the training center here, which has been seriously a hit at METALCON. It is so good. But we are in the building of Skills USA, and we're in the exact same floor where the roofing competition was and the HVAC competition was just last June.
Yep.
Malco is a huge supporter of the Skills USA. Talk a little bit more about that and what you do with these students and the trade schools and vocational schools.
Yeah, so Skills USA is a really impressive competition for both high school and post-secondary students. We are heavily involved with the sheet metal competition. We gave out over 30 toolkits valued at over $1,000 each to these state winners, so that when they get to Atlanta, Georgia for the national convention, they're competing with Malco tools. And so it's really encouraging to see so many students embracing sheet metal. It's important to remember that some of these students are going to go into HVAC and some of them are actually going into architectural sheet metal. When you talk about teaching these students the skills needed for architectural sheet metal, many of these sheet metal courses are doing that, and they're getting these kids set up and ready to go out into the field.
And just think about it. You're a high school or even a secondary, a community college vocational student, and here you have this awesome bag of tools that's not just for the competition, which is great, but for your career. To be able to start out that way, those are the kind of things that give you pride. You have the right tools, you're looking for jobs, you're working out there. I just think I love that you all do that, and you also do a lot to help support the pros and also the teachers in the schools.
So if you mind if I tell people about that? So our head of the class program actually allows students to be signed up or to be recognized as head of the class by these instructors at no cost to the instructor. We're going to send that student some tools or a tool bag, and then the rest of the class gets a hat and a C-Rex driver, which is a cleanable reversible driver. So they're getting hundreds of dollars of free stuff from Malco to give them a kickstart in the industry and acknowledge that they're doing really well in the classroom. We want to recognize these students and emphasize that we want them to continue in this trade.
Yeah, that's the solution. You are all on the solution for where we need to be in the next thing, getting the young people involved back into the trade schools and vocational schools, and we've talked about that all week here, and everyone, it's great to see the industry coming together and really being focused on that.
Yeah, and then once they're out in the field, we have our Trade Pro of the Year program, which is going to allow, whether you're putting your own name in the hat or others are nominating you, it actually allows those contractors and trade professionals to be in the running for $1,000 worth of tools, which is
Man.
phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
I believe it's 5 prizes per year
Wow.
per group, so
Yeah.
we have it for both HVAC as well as building construction.
Yeah.
And so it's a really awesome opportunity for people to get some swag, get some Malco tools in their hands, and kind of refresh their tool pack.
I love it. I love it, John. Thank you and everybody at Malco for all you do for the industry, for the next generation, and for being here this morning.
And thank you, Heidi, for having us. It's always a pleasure to talk with you.
We love it. We love it. And we're going to be back. We've got a lot of great interviews coming this morning. It's only for a couple hours, so stay tuned. We're coming to you live from METALCON 2024.